He's making trailer components out of cardboard? No! Here I am back in my mate Dave's workshop. Dave is a hinge maker. He makes all sorts of custom hinges and a few other items as well. He's got lots of tools here to play with. It's a great place. So I'm here to use the guillotine and the press brake to make the suspension turrets that I mocked up out of cardboard about a week ago. And Dave's in the next town, so I try and save the trip until I've got other missions to do in the same area. But we'll get this cut out, get it folded into shape, and then I'll take it home to drill the holes in the top and get the thing welded onto the chassis. Then the chassis can be dropped down onto its own wheels and sit on its suspension for the first time, and I can start the body. This machine is a small press brake. It's hydraulically operated. It's a folder, and it can be set to provide repetitive folds of a certain angle, and you can also come in from the ends, so you can use it as a box and pan folder and make complex shapes like this in a matter of minutes. And it's great for repetitive jobs. I'm doing a left hand side and a right hand side, so the blanks are the same shape. It's just that one is folded from one side of the sheet, the other is folded from the other to give me a left and a right. So there we are. There's one, two folds into the other one. Yeah, just checking. Yeah, right, left and right. Fold these up, and then I'll take them home and drill the holes in them and get them welded onto the device. Well, here we are in my own workshop now. I've folded up the turrets and I'm now just using a pair of dividers to get the measurements for the stud spacings and the large hole in the middle that's going to have to be cut with a hole saw to allow the shock to poke through. So I'm just centering it up in the drill press and I'll clamp it in place, and then I'll go and get the appropriate hole saw. I think it was 1.5 inches, 38mm. It's a bit of a slow job with the hole saw, lots of lubrication at a really slow speed, but it gives you a good quality hole that you can clean up, and it looks quite factory when it's finished. Well, chassis finished. I've been working on the body today. I've got the lower part of the body. Because the panels come in a 4-foot width or a 1.2 meter width, and I need a 5-foot or 1.45 total height, I'm having to put a join in it. That join is going to be low down on the sides and will be hidden by the checker plate, which is going to go on when the sides are assembled. But this is the join line, and we'll have another full panel up here. Once it's all assembled, I'll cut the door hole. What I've been working on just now is the wheel arch shapes. They're a little bit complex. I thought I'd put a bit of style into them instead of just making it a box. So I've cut the floor, all except for this section here. The floor's not bonded down yet. I'm going to edge with the channel the edges of the wheel arches, and then when I start assembling, we'll get a nice clean wheel arch with no foam showing. But you can see that it's not hugely insulated. 2 inches of insulation, 50mm, is not enough for sub-zero temperatures. But when I say sub-zero, I'm saying the real measurements, Celsius, none of this Neanderthal Fahrenheit stuff. This is real measurements. So freezing is freezing, 0. And this isn't thick enough to cope with that. But I didn't want to go any thicker because I had so many slightly damaged panels or slightly too small panels to do a build for anybody else with, so I'm using those on my job. So far we've got a scratch and a dent on the floor just there. I couldn't use that on somebody else's job, but it's fine for me because we've got another floor going over the top of it. I'm going to lay a bamboo floor over the top of here. This is going to get a large hole cut out and the water tank will be set into it. Under here, this is the brake bias adjustment, which I'll be able to reach from under here and adjust. Only needs doing once in a blue moon. What else have we got? I've been painting the edging with an aerosol version of Raptor paint. This is a water-based one, which is great because you don't have to mix any chemicals, you don't have to wear a mask, but it is really slow drying and it's not as lumpy as I would have liked it to have been. It does dry to the rubbery finish. I've had to play with it before I committed to using it. It's okay. Not as good as the real McCoy, but I'm happy enough with it. Now I'd say that we've got another couple of days work on the body here. I'm expecting rain over the next couple of days, so I want to get this thing closed in if I can. One full day tomorrow, we'll see the roof finished, we'll see the walls finished and the roof on, I hope. And I'm leaving the back end open because I'm not cutting any door holes yet. I won't be able to get in and out if I enclose the back. So that's it for now. Check in with you in a couple more days. Did you realise that this is a series of videos? This is a playlist. If you click on the box at the top of the screen that's appearing now, that will take you to the playlist where you can have a look at the other videos. If you're enjoying it, have a look at some of the other videos on the channel. We've got videos on solar, rainwater harvesting, tiny houses, wood stoves, gardening,